Welcome, everybody, to another edition of Summa Social Elite, hosted by yours truly, Donna Newman of Summa Social. Well, today I'm going to show you how to run a successful Facebook contest. On behalf of my team at Summa Social, we've designed a clever way for you to introduce your brand and your business to your target audience. And it's called a sweepstakes. It's something really special that Facebook has enabled us to use over the course of the last 6 to 8 months. And they've been able to put in a lot of additional features that are more social friendly so that the moment you actually have a new entry, they actually can share your contest, your sweepstakes to all of their social media platforms. Not just that one entry anymore is what you gain, but you gain that entry, a possible email marketing campaign to that new lead who could generate into sales. As well, that single entry represents a champion of your brand, especially because they can like you, comment, share you across all of their platforms, not just Facebook. So ultimately, social media marketing has one goal, and that is to reach a new audience in a way that the audience wants to be marketed to. And so often with Facebook and with Instagram, that's with visuals and short messages. But you go ahead and you couple that visual and short message with the prize, and you're going to find you're going to have an onslaught of new fans who are targeted, wanting to know more about your brand with the prospect of winning something from your brand. And people love contests. It almost doesn't matter what the prize is, just so long as there is a prize to win. But many businesses, they don't really consider a sweepstakes a highly effective marketing technique. And it's probably because they might think it's expensive, or they might think it's time consuming as far as the initiation of the design or of the maintenance of it. However, we've got a simple solution for you. Before I get to that, if you've generated any questions throughout our time together, and oftentimes there are, feel free to go ahead and find the questions box or the chat box and just log it in there as we're going along. And by the end of our time together, if I haven't answered it, I'll go ahead and make sure that I do. And if you think of something after our time together, feel free to send me an email, put it in our Facebook group Elite on the wall, or post it to our Facebook business page, and I'm happy to follow up with you. So let's talk about some of those benefits, because you don't want to do something for the sake of doing it. You want to see what's the tangibility that if I do launch a sweepstakes, what am I going to get? Well, the first premise to know is that customers love contests. And it doesn't matter what the prize is, just so long as you always have a tangible prize. And kind of a note here is that Facebook is a huge stickler. There are so many scams out there that they make sure, and they police this, that you have a tangible prize, you are going to have a timeline that you're going to be running your campaign in, and they want to be able to see all of your visuals. So the benefit of what we have put inside of the Summa Social dashboard is we've done all that homework for you. So you can operate within our design templates. We've created a Word doc with all the rules and regulations, with a few yellow highlighted areas that you just need to customize with your own name. And then after you've done that, you get the benefit of running the contest, generating the leads, giving away your sweepstakes prize, and then having the leads at the end for future marketing. So then the flip side is, if the consumers love the contest, you love consumers buying your brand. And not only does a sweepstakes raise your awareness of your brand, of your service, but it also then goes ahead and it gets more engagement through the likes, the comments, the shares. And it's that engagement that really pushes out your brand to your target audience. So one of the top 4 benefits are it gets you noticed. So often when you're launching a new product or a service, or you might be the best thing in the neighborhood, but nobody knows about you, or limited people do. And so many years you've relied on word of mouth. And every bit rightly so, because somebody wants to talk about a service or a brand that's done them great justice, and that happens to be you. But in today's economy, an additional way to be able to generate a groundswell of leads within your pipeline, but more importantly, clients, is to be able to take advantage of this viral platform called Facebook. And when you do it in a way that allows you not to be pitching yourself, but to be showcasing a possibility to win, which just so happens to be your brand or your product, then people are most likely to take notice. So you get a chance to stand out amongst 1 billion members on Facebook. And that's huge because most people just pitch, but here you are making a presentation. And then you're quickly going to raise awareness about you as a person, you as a company, your products and services as brands. And most importantly, you're going to be raising awareness about what the benefits are relative to using you as a speaker, using you as a realtor, using your book, reading your book, buying your book, utilizing you as the family dentist. The third one is building your brand. And this actually really, it's always excellent to think of the consumers as the engine that is the thrust behind your brand, because you are the facilitators, you are the customer service end. But too often a small business owner doesn't have the time to be able to think about, how do I get them lining up outside of my storefront in the first place? Well, the consumers are one of the best advocates for helping you do that. And a sweepstakes helps you build your brand. And then finally, the fourth benefit is, so you get new traffic to all of your social media sites and you get new leads. And this not only is the online traffic and leads, but it can be the foot traffic to your storefront. And that equates more fans, more followers, clients, and then of course your sales. And the simple social science behind that is that fans love to brag about the possibility of winning something, or that they actually were a winner and they need to, and then they say to their friends, you need to try this out, or you need to join their next contest. And then let's look at kind of some of the prizes to give away. And here the idea is that you want to give away prizes that are relevant to your brand and they keep telling your story long after the contest is over. So for example, if you are a dentist, you might reconsider giving away a buy one, get one free or a free sandwich at Chick-fil-A. Because while the free sandwich at Chick-fil-A might be really great after the kids have gotten their teeth cleaning to have lunch before they're going back to school, they might not have your dental clinic on the tips of their tongues. They might be only talking about the Chick-fil-A sandwich that they got free. So something to consider. As a dentist, you may consider prizes such as the free teeth whitening for new patients, free consultation and radiograph. You might get a free children's cleaning. That's a great way to have a hook for bringing in new families. And then, of course, the fun thing is that if they get a chance to win a free Sonicare, and that is a family treat for bringing in families or bringing in couples. If you're a real estate agent, you might consider prizes like a free open MLS search for all home-related or open MLS search for all properties. And then I was kind of thinking, I was brainstorming with two of my other real estate clients last week and then 2 weeks ago about some of the contest ideas they could run. Again, trying to follow the lead of, we want their brand story to be told long after the sweepstakes. Well, home-related ideas would be maybe a free extermination, maybe free lawn care, maybe free housekeeping. But then there's a lot of realtors that team up with merchants in their farmed communities. And when you have a chance to be able to check in with other merchants, oftentimes they do agree to sporting the prize free for that dual promotion, that cross promotion. An author, some of the fun things that I've worked with authors are they love to give an autographed copy of their book. And they also consider, especially for local prize winners, lunch with the author. And oftentimes the author at that point already has a great following that having lunch with them would be a coveted prize to want to win. And then it's a little bit easier for a restaurant to consider prizes such as a half-price meal, dinner for two, or a family-sized takeout of choice. We've had several restaurants that we've worked with, and they have oftentimes worked with the latter two, the family size and the takeout of choice. So here's how you set it up. You first start with design. And the first thing that you're going to want to do is to create a landing page. It's an HTML sweepstakes fan gate. Just go straight on your business page as an application. And this is accessed within our Summa Social dashboard. So just looking at the text below the image, you're going to log into summasocialapp.com, and then you have your own login email as well as your password. Once you get into the dashboard, you're going to choose Invite, and then that will drop you down to Custom Sweepstakes. From there, you've got 3 design options that are in template form, and all you have to do is just to remove the temporary screen image that we have is an iPad. Remove that with your image, and then you can go just save it and you publish it to your business page. You can go a couple steps further and you can put the coloring just like ours. We put the green, we put our logo, we put our frog up there. And those are simple drag, drop, and upload steps. And you can definitely get through this within about 3 to 5 minutes. And if there's any trouble, just simply watch that video tutorial that walks you through step by step of how to go from the template to that of the full design. So the chance to win incentivizes more people to like your page. So now that you've got it published to Facebook, which would be attached as an application right next to your business page, then you have a unique URL for that page. And you can actually go ahead and embed that within your email campaign, your email signature, your Twitter campaign, within your video series. When you're talking to your customers, you can ask them to join your Facebook sweepstakes. And this actually generates more likes, more targeted leads, and an opportunity for you to follow up with them, that the ones who didn't win your prize would be likely, since they are warm market leads now, to want to utilize some of your services. So Summa Social, inside of our Invite category, is really a one-stop shop for all your social promotional needs. And it's a very simple way to set up your design. And then you're gonna be a little bit frustrated if you don't follow these rules. Like I mentioned at the very top, is that Facebook is a true stickler when it comes to making sure that you are not just another spammer. And there's a lot of spam contests out there. They love the fact that they're going to grab your contact info and they don't care to ever give you a chance to win. They just want to fire out a squad of spamming emails. So that's why Facebook is truly a stickler about its rules, and it polices the rules. And it will not hesitate to shut you down if you break any of their posted rules. So kind of a heads up here is that you want to consult this URL right here and just look at the guidelines. But that's going to be a little bit overwhelming. So we've saved you a step. When you are actually inside of our design suite, there are 3 steps. And that third step is to go ahead, and you can see where the arrow is right here. We've asked you to download a Word doc. And I have gone ahead and I have taken all of those rules and regulations according to how Facebook manages a contest. And then I have highlighted the exact areas, and I believe there are 3 of them, that all you need to do is to fill in the prize that you are promising, as well as just put in your name. Then you save it as a PDF, and then below that you see that I want you to upload your PDF file. And this way, when you are live with your landing page on Facebook, a participant can click on the link to download your rules and know exactly what you're promising and how you're going to fulfill that. Then you are in code with Facebook, but then also all of the prospects are seeing you as a full-fledged, honorable business person from whom they, if they give their information, will trade with the possibility that they could win a sweepstakes. So here we've done the work for you, and it's a very simple process. Cross-promoting is something I highly recommend. So once you have put together your landing page and it has its own unique URL for that sweepstakes, you will then integrate it and cross-promote your contest across all marketing media. And if you are a storefront, maybe a restaurant, maybe you are a dentist, you'll want to put it on counter signs. Anybody will want to put it on their billing receipts. You'll want to put it on your emails. You'll have an email campaign, maybe through like a top producer, Constant Contact, Eye Contact, MailChimp. You'll want to put it on all of your traditional ads, put it on your postcards that are going through the traditional mail. And then you want to make sure that you put it on your website. It could be its own unique page on your website. It could be an icon or a thumbnail image on the home page. You want to tweet about it. You want to put it in a blog. You want to put it in your email signature. In your email signature, you can say, like us on Facebook for a chance to win. And then you hyperlink the icon or that text with the link to your sweepstakes page. And you might even want to put together a video about what the benefits are for liking you and that unique contest that you're running. And here's the takeaway for you, because as a small business owner, you want to make sure that this effort is every bit going to generate some outcome that's tangible for you. Well, prize winners are super content with the fact that they won your contest, and they're so often happy to talk about your business to anyone and everyone who will listen. So they become what we call in the marketing world brand evangelists. The benefit of a brand evangelist for your business is that they drive more targeted clients to you. And that allows you as a small business owner not to have to wear all the hats and spread yourself thinly, but it allows you to benefit what you like to do the most, which oftentimes is either the creation of the product or the dissemination of it and working with your customers. And then kind of an idea here too is if you're wondering how in the world do you fork over the expense for a contest prize, well, just kind of think out of the box a little bit, because oftentimes your vendors or people who are within your sales cycle, other merchants who help you out. If you're a dentist, you might have an orthodontist who is interested in working with you. If you're a dentist, you might have a Sonicare vendor who's wanting to donate a Sonicare. And if you are a realtor, oftentimes the local merchants that you frequent are willing to have the cross promotion. So talk to vendors or local merchants who are willing to foot the prize for that cross promotion and that cross benefit of PR. After you have striked a winner, and kind of a word about that is you want to choose a winner that's a little bit strategic. You can definitely have the black hat and you've got all the names in there and you pull it out and it's a little bit random. But I would encourage you that if you want to choose something like that, be a little bit more strategic and think of all the new influx of fans. Honestly, who might benefit you a little bit more? Who might be a bigger brand evangelist for you and your brand, and stretch the fact that they won and expose you to a bigger audience? So now you've chosen your winner, and you want to pump up the PR. This is where the PR exposure really will generate more buzz and then push the buzz through the sales cycle so that you can generate more business. So when the contest winners are selected, ask them to participate in one or more of the following PR strategies. And this is what we've recommended for our clients over the last 3.5 years when they've run a contest. And it's been very successful. And everyone they've asked with every contest has been so agreeable. So here are the 5 ideas. You want to invite the winner to your store, to your office, to receive the prize, and maybe get a quick tour. You don't want it to be so salesy, but you don't want them to miss out on the fact that you want them to get the mood, the culture, the feel for what your brand, your product, your storefront does. And nothing better than having that person that you've chosen be local. If you're not a virtual merchant, then it's so much smarter to be able to choose a winner from someone who is within maybe like a 5 to 10 mile radius of your storefront. If you're an author, you probably don't have to worry so much about that, because anybody can use the computer, maybe off Amazon, off books, Barnes and Noble, off your own website to make that purchase. But if you're more of a storefront, choose a local person and invite them into your storefront office, or invite them on Skype so you can have a chance to get to know them a little bit and then you send off the prize. Ask for a video testimonial to thank either your practice, your store, you as the merchant for the prize. Snap a photo of the prize winner holding or using or even wearing the prize. That demonstrates the value of them getting it. And they're not just receiving that prize, but they are enjoying the prize. And then ask them to do a wall post on Facebook, on their personal profile, or maybe their business page, and then to definitely @tag your Facebook business page and maybe even @tag your personal profile. You could certainly ask them to go a step further and maybe even Instagram it, most likely because Instagram is so popular whenever pictures are taken that they'll think of it on their own, but ask them to Instagram the image of the photograph they've just taken, and then when they post it, make sure you recommend a hashtag. So the hashtag would actually be the name of your business, maybe the name of your book, maybe the name of your clinic, maybe even the name of you as the author, you as the lead dentist, or you as the realtor. And here is one of the contest winners from a contest that was run in Texas by one of our dentists. And the engagement that was created is that your sweepstakes and your prizes, they can help you achieve and the boost on online as well as offline that you're hoping for. In addition, your giveaways feature, or they can feature your new gadgets, your new technology, your newest book, your newest service, and that's an excellent way to be able to launch out what's happening in your practice or your office, and that gets your product, your service, your brand talked about in such a short order, especially because it's being talked about as a prize. It's so much easier to talk about the possibility of winning something than it is your newest product. And then, of course, after you have run the prize sweepstakes contest, you then will disseminate the prize. And then what in the world are you going to do with all of the sweepstakes entries that you have? Well, two things. First of all, you're going to get 2 action items that will happen for you. And you're going to be able to generate all of the leads back in the dashboard of Summa Social. So every new email and name, full name, will be able to aggregate within our back invite dashboard. And here you'll know exactly the timestamp that they entered. As well, you're going to get an email notification with all of their information. And then second, this allows you to export these leads and put them in your future campaigns. So all of these leads are warm targets, and this allows you an opportunity to not only have accumulated them for the sweepstakes, but now you've got people that already know you, they like you, and the next phase then is to build that trust factor so that you can generate some sales. And here's an example of how one of our dentists about 2.5 years ago had run a contest in Dallas, Texas. The timeline was, it was only a month that he ran it, and he did it, I think, towards the end of November for 30 days, and it was about December 19th that he distributed his prize. And he was a little bit aggressive. So he actually ran a 30-day contest and gave away an iPad 2 to one lucky fan. And the cool thing here is because it was technology, it's feeding the enthusiasm of commerce, and everybody wants the chance to win an iPad 2. He was able to jump from a few hundred fans to that of nearly 1,200 active fans. And the benefit is that everybody was willing to share his Facebook contest with all of their friends. He asked them if they would be willing. So that influenced his name and his brand to his strategically targeted fans, who in turn had friends. So he had 1 tier and 2 tier affected. And the outcome for him was that a majority of those new fans, going from a few hundred to 1,200, actually were within driving distance of the clinic. That's a big bonus for him because he wanted them to be able to utilize him as a new dentist. So then he came And he was able to go ahead and market to all of those prospects after he had distributed his prize because they were within 5 miles. And he gave them additional benefits like a free white cleaning for a new patient. Maybe he gave a free cavity fill-in for the new for the kids, maybe a new Sonicare if they joined. But whatever that second tier of influence he had with his email campaign, he made sure that he didn't just leave that new list of all these emails dormant. He wanted to follow up with them. So he grew his fan base, he grew his influence, and he even generated a couple of clients in his post marketing. So that, my friends, is kind of how you do it. And the simple thing is a sweepstakes can generate not only buzz, not only good influence to your targeted audience and then their friends, Facebook friends, but it also allows you this warm new body of names, of contacts that you can actually follow up with in your traditional email campaigns. So a sweepstakes, no matter the prize, really provides you an excellent means to bring in new customers, new fans, and enrich the brand experience for the current ones. Current ones are already advocates of you, but they're going to be a lot more enthusiastic in sharing your content if there's a chance to win. And the best part then is because they're willing to share, they are your brand evangelists. And that relieves you of having to do so much energy on the front end to get the clients in the door in the first place. There was just one question. And that one question was, what is the price point? Is there any recommended price point, or is there a mandatory price point? There isn't. Whatever you want to provide, such as Dr. Rawson, he had an iPad 2, so that's several $100s, but it can also be a $25 gift certificate to a local bakery for a dozen of the famous cupcakes, like DC cupcakes. So the price point, the price point within the prize is not mandatory by Facebook. You can give away whatever you want as long as you fulfill that obligation. Well, thank you so much for joining. If you've got any questions or if you want to kind of have a walkthrough of the sweepstakes, feel free to log into summasocialapp.com, and there are video tutorials there that walk you through step by step of how to put together the design and the campaign, and you can easily have it done within about 20 minutes. Thanks so much and have a wonderful day. Appreciate you joining.